What's going on, guys? Snag here, and it's time to preview round 9 of the 2024 NRL season, guys. We'll go over our head-to-heads. We'll go over some of our punts for the first few games anyway, and I'm goddamn excited for this round of footy, especially one game in particular, guys. So as always, guys, I want to see your guys' picks 1 through 8. Who you got in these? Rabbitohs, Panthers, Seagulls, Raiders, Broncos, Roosters, all that good stuff. You know I want to see them. I love checking all your picks. I love seeing your guys' thoughts on all this, so make sure you drop them in the comments there, guys. And just before we get into it, guys, I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I would be starting an apparel company where I would be giving back the profits to grassroots footy and back to you guys for prizes and all that stuff as well. And I have officially just whipped up the site. I did it this afternoon. I did it quick. And she's live. Where is it? There it is. So we're starting with State of Origin gears, guys. Just 2 jerseys to start. I have heaps more designs coming. I got, the Cleary ones. I got all the superstars and also retro team jerseys as well going down. So if you do want to grab one of these, site is up now. You can check. You can click the link in this video, and there's also a code SNAG to get started. I'll probably only do that for the first couple of weeks or something like that. So yeah, this really does mean a lot to me, lads. Like I said, the reason why I'm doing this is I put my son back into footy this year, and I was just shocked at so many kids couldn't play because their parents couldn't afford, the registration fees. There's kids with boots, gaffer taped together, and I was just sitting there going, man, this is trash. And yeah, so I really wanted to do something, guys. So all profits will go back to either this channel and you guys. So prizes, giveaways. I want to do like, next year I could buy State of Origin tickets, give it to you guys as competitions and tips and all that, like winners of tip competitions and maybe even grand finals with, like hotels and accommodation and, flights to the grand final, stuff like that. Cool stuff like that, guys. So, people are going to buy this stuff. You're going to buy this stuff anyway, rather than give it to some guy who sticks it in his pocket. Why not support a decent cause, guys? And yeah, I'm excited for this, man. I can't wait. And what I'm actually really excited about is, in this one, I really want to see what sells better, the Queensland or the New South Wales jersey, man. I don't know why, but I'm really interested. And obviously, once we do start to get funds together, guys, I will update this website. Like I said, it's just bare bones at the moment. And we do donate to, I saw Reece Walsh's club was about to go under and was taking donations. I'll keep you guys up to date with where I'm putting money and stuff like that as well, guys. So get behind it, guys. It would mean so much to me. And yeah, it's just awesome. I just absolutely cannot wait. I can't wait to show you some of the other cool designs we got too. But just really wanted to start with State of Origin, just because it is a few weeks away, and I just wanted to make sure, I want to do a small run first, just to make sure people get their t-shirts on time, make sure it is all good and stuff like that, so it is, yeah, so yeah, make sure you get behind it, guys. It really does mean a lot, guys. And one last thing, obviously I only do a few punts for this round, guys. So if you do want to stay up to date, I do post them on my shorts just here, as you can see. So make sure you subscribe, guys. And look how close we're nearly at 5K. It was less than 3 weeks ago. I was saying thank you so much for 4K. We're nearly at 5K already, lads. So help us get to 5K. It was actually pretty cool. Not that I really care about that stuff, but I was watching the Levels podcast, and there he goes, oh, we're growing like crazy. We get 800. We're getting 800 subs a month, and I was like, oh, I looked at mine. I was like, oh, we're getting 1,300 a month. I'm like, we're growing faster than Levels, son. Growing faster than Levels. How good? Nah, Levels is cool. I love it, Levels. Obviously, they're bigger, so I've got more room to grow. All right, let's go. Let's get into these games, lads. Let's get into these games. All right, Rabbitohs versus the Penrith Panthers. Ugh. Not the team you want to face when you're in a little bit of trouble. Seagulls versus the Raiders. We have the Broncos versus the Roosters. This is the game I'm looking forward to most. This is the game I wish Spencer Luna was playing just quietly at Suncorp. When I thought he was going, I was like, I'm going to this game for sure. I don't know if I will anymore, but this is huge for both teams, guys. I am really amped for this one. Like, I really feel like Roosters might have turned a corner last week, and Broncos back to full strength. We're going to see possibly 2 top 4 teams play, and possibly 2 like this could be a semi-final. This could be the grand final. This could be, you know, these teams could meet in the final. So I'm so excited for this one, guys. Like, the most excited I've been for a game this year. I absolutely cannot wait. And I'm glad Broncos are back to full strength for it. And I know Roosters aren't full strength, but they're pretty close. So, Bulldogs versus West Tigers, Titans versus Storm, Cowboys versus the Dolphins, Knights versus the Warriors, Sharkies versus the Dragons. Ooh, Flanagan's come out and sort of said, oh, you know, I really, really want this win, you know. So I'm pumped for this one too. Sharkies are short. Tell you what, if you like the Dragons, I give the Dragons a way better chance of this than this, for sure. It's going to be tough, but I give them a much better chance than $4.60. So if you like them, not a bad idea. All right, let's get into it. Roosters versus Panthers. We'll have a look at some team lists. We'll have a look at some team stats, and we'll go through our punts on this one as well. All right, so Gray's still there. Obviously, Latrell would have one more week. Hawkins at halfback. Walker. What else? We got any actual changes? So Host and Cheekham still on the second row here, guys. Damien Cook's kept his spot. And yeah, we've still got Jai Arrow, Tom Burgess, Havili, Mamazules on the bench. Now, Taruva is back. I was wondering if he was going to be left out indefinitely for the signing somewhere else, but it doesn't look like the case. May, To'o, Jerome Luai, right. So Moses is back. Luke Garner on the edge. Smithies and Eisenhuth, Gaia. So yeah, relatively full strength as well, guys. That's going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Big game as well for Edwards. The State of Origin chat's getting louder. I actually put a poll up. Who do you think should be the New South Wales fullback? And he is winning that by a fair margin. So yeah, he's going to be on one for sure. Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. So let's have a look at some team stats before we go to our pick. Rabbitohs have won only one of their past 6 games against Penrith. Penrith Panthers have won 12 of their past 12 games, at 10 of their past 12 games at Accor Stadium. Jacob Gagai has scored 3 tries from 2 NRL appearances. Brian To'o has scored 10 tries in 10 games at Accor. Rabbitohs are conceding an average of 36 points per game. All right, I've got a couple punts for this one, guys. One's just not a laugh, but I think it's a pretty good chance. Look, I just watched NRL 360, and they don't even know if Jace Demetrio is going to be the coach. They're having crisis meetings as we speak on Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. about what's going on. It's turmoil in there. So what I've actually done, I've put down both teams to score a try. No, I think that's with Penrith's defence, how good it is, with how slow South Sydney's edges are, I think there's a chance they don't get over the line. That's paying $8.50. It's just I don't think it will hit. I've just put $50 on it, just because I was like, you know what, there's a good chance Penrith keep a clean sheet here. There really is. I think they're good. Their defence is 100% good enough. If they're not clicking and they're just sort of wave the white flag quite early, I think there's a pretty good... Penrith are hard to score against at the best of times, you know, so... I think this is a pretty damn good shot, especially if Penrith get on top real early and just start blasting them. Penrith too, when they get on top, they don't really play stupid. Like, even if they're winning 18-0, they're still very playing percentages and stuff like that. They're not like a team that will try and put you to the sword and throw intercept passes and stuff like that. They will, like, Penrith will happily win 18-0, if that makes sense. And my actual little double-up punt for this one, guys, is Taruva. I like Taruva back now, Cleary back on that side. I think they've been attacking down that side more than To'o's side. I know Cleary's been back for 2 weeks now, but over 33 points. And Penrith first to 13 points as well. I think that's pretty damn good. I think that's going to hit. All right, let's have a look at some... oh, bloody his chair's squeaking. Team stats. All right, so... Penrith, 4 of their last 5. Bunnies, 1 of their last 5. 1 from 7, 5 from 7. I mean, yeah, they're not in the same class at the moment, guys. Completion rate, 76, 78. That's pretty low for Penrith, I'm not going to lie. Tackle efficiency, that's pretty low as well. But 21, only conceding 16. I know they conceded 20 last week, but they had no ball, and they were versing well, I'm pretty sure statistically the Cowboys were the best attacking team of the comp at that time at home. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, this ruck speed, they're gonna have trouble if Penrith can't contain that middle there. Then their middle's soft too. So Moses back, Fish back. Yeah, this could get ugly, guys. This could get ugly real quick. Don't have to be a genius to think who I'm tipping in this one. Penrith Panthers to win, and win handily. Now this one, guys, I made a little mistake on my punt here just because I didn't realise. So as we speak, Cherry Evans is at his judiciary. We can actually check this real quick and we'll see if there's any live updates. The judiciary is now giving instructions to the panel of deliberation. This isn't a record for okay. Right, so no official update on whether he has been suspended or not, guys. So he is in as of now. I'll get to my punt, but don't copy this unless Cherry Evans is playing. Now, Ricky Stewart's pulled the trigger here and put Hopewadi back and got rid of Stewart, Xavier Savage, Tomoko, Sebastian Cruz, Kotrick, Ethan Strange, Keo Weeks, Papali'i, Tapanese, Hudson Yoke. So Elliot Whitehead is back, guys. That's a big boost. Tom Starling, Mariota Mooney, and Gula. And Seagulls flying. I mean, Olakau'atu out, obviously suspended for that lifting tackle. It is a little strange that two people got charged for the same tackle. I mean, obviously two people can make a tackle, but I have a feeling Cherry Evans is going to get off this. Not off, like he's already pled guilty, but off his grading, so he won't get the weeks. Like, he'll be charged with it, but not get suspended, but we'll have to wait and see. Paseka, LOA. So Bullymore comes into Olakau'atu's spot. Waddell, Jake Travojevic, Carl Lawton, Simply Nate. That bench is goddamn good, man. Goddamn good. Seagulls have won 3 of their past 4 games against the Raiders. Raiders have conceded 74 points in their past 2 games. Seagulls have scored 139 points in their past 4 games at 4 Pines. Ricky Stewart has won only 2 of his past 9 games at 4 Pines. All right, my punt for this one. Just remember, if Cherry Evans is in, Manly -3.5, Turbo to score. Turbo, he plays both sides. Turbo's the most likely, in my opinion, even over the both wingers. Even though both wingers are over him, he gets the ball in better attacking positions. He can score in different ways. He can score off a shift, so if they do that block play, he can just get over himself. He also backs up through the middle, and they run outside-inside plays for him as well, so I think he is most likely to get over out of anyone in the team, even though he's not the lowest price. And yeah, guys, I have Sea Eagles winning this one. Just the Raiders for me, look, unfortunately, Raiders were having trouble scoring points anyway. Like I've said in my post videos, they look better when they're not inside the attacking 20 or 30. They really do struggle to score points in those really good attacking positions. And then you add on, but what was sort of keeping them in games, and they were grinding out, they were looking really nice, was their defense was holding up. They're now conceding 74 points in their past 2. Seagulls can put it on you real quick. They've got speed on the edges. I really, really like the Seagulls. Even though the Seagulls have had their defense efficiencies, like they're winning games and the other teams still conceding high points. Just with the Raiders struggling to sort of find points as well, I think Manly should be pretty good if Cherry Evans is fine, because Cherry Evans will kick them to death as well. That's a big advantage they will have with Fogarty out as well, guys. So, yeah, taking Seagulls in this one. So they only played once last year, 42-14. Raiders on a little skid, 2-game skid now. And, I mean, Seagulls haven't lost in 4 games all of a sudden. Looking good, 3 of 5. 5 of 8, sorry. What else we got? Completion rate, not too good. Tackle efficiency, not great either. They do miss a lot of tackles. It's pretty nuts. Average point, yeah, as we see, great. This is great. This is too high. So that's, you concede in at least 3 tries a game. A little too high, but they've actually had quite a few players in and out of the team as well. No long-term injuries. And wins at this venue, obviously, Raiders aren't great. So yeah, we'll take the Seagulls there. Even if Cherry Evans is out, I still think Seagulls probably can beat them, but yeah, I wouldn't put the -9.5 if Cherry Evans isn't there. So be careful. Be careful. Oh, Broncos Roosters. Come on, man. This is going to be so good. Look at this. Jesse Arthur's back to the win. Katoni Staggs, Cobbo, Mariner, Ezra Man Reynolds. Look at these back sevens for both teams. Reece Walsh versus Tedesco. Jesse Arthur's Tupou. Staggs, Suali'i, Cobbo, Manu. Mariner Young. Mam, Kiri. Reynolds Walker. Damn, man. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's break this down, actually. All right. Who has the better back five? All right, so we've got Walsh, Arthurs, Katoni, Staggs, Selwyn, Cobbo, and Mariner. And I'm not talking about who has the best player. I mean, like, as a collective. So, Tedesco, Tupou, Suali'i, Manu, Dom Young. You know what? I'd probably take the Roosters back five just because just like, if I broke it down, I'd take Reece over Teddy. Tupou, Jesse Arthurs. Oh. Tupou's been better. Jesse Arthurs is younger. It's tough. I don't know. Katoni Staggs and Suali'i. I think last time they played it was a bit of a wash. Roosters did get them last time. Oops. What did I do there? Manu Cobbo. I'm taking Manu as much as brilliant as Cobbo's been. Dom Young. Yeah, I'd probably give the back five of the Roosters by a hair. Halves. Mam Reynolds, Luke Keary Walker. Broncos for sure. Front row. Jensen, Billy Walters, Payne Haas. Payne Haas is the best out of those. But I do like Brendan Smith over Billy. I would take Jared over Jensen. Back row, Pikura, Ricky, Carrigan versus Crichton, Butcher, Watson. Broncos. Bench, Sewell Wong, White, Butcher, Tyrrell May versus Smoothie, Xavier, Heatherton. I'm giving it to the Roosters. Man, Roosters could win this, eh? If Roosters played like they played last week and Broncos played like they played last week, they both won, I'd say Roosters win. I really would. But I feel like Broncos did play to their opposition, if that makes sense. They weren't on their top of their game. I think Broncos can play better than that. They played the Tigers, and obviously they're going to want to get one back on the Roosters for beating them in Vegas. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I wonder if Spencer Lenu's going to be there and they show him on the big screen. You know, usually they show injured players up on the big screen. Ooh. I can't wait for this, man. Oh, man, this is going to be so good. All right, let's have a look at some stats. Oh, I cannot wait for this, bro. Absolutely cannot wait. Let's go get my punt up as well, guys. All right, so Broncos have won their past 6 games at Suncorp. They're really making Suncorp a fortress up there. Oh, here, I live in Brisbane. Roosters won 4 of their past 5 games against the Broncos. Selwyn Cobbo scored 21 games in 20 games at Suncorp. Adam Reynolds needs 8 points to become the first player to score 200 against the Roosters. Wow, that's a pretty weird stat, but cool. Oh, man, I need some more. I need some more inspiration. So Roosters got them last time. Roosters have been on a bit patchier over the last 5 games. Broncos have definitely looked better. Oh, this is tough, man. Completion rate 75%, but we're just going to have to live with that. That's what the Broncos are going to do. Average points scored for the Broncos, 27. Average points conceded, 19. They're almost identical. This is nuts. I'm going to take the Broncos just sheerly because it's at home. I genuinely think Roosters, if this was in Sydney, I think I'd take the Roosters. Broncos have really made Suncorp a bit of a fortress. Yeah, Broncos. Broncos. Sheerly home ground advantage. That's it. That's the only reason I'm taking them. But like I said, if Roosters play like they played last week and Broncos played like they played last week, I think I think the Roosters do them, and probably comfortably. Probably comfortably. Oh, I can't wait. Collins versus Payne. Oh, it's gonna be so good, bro. I cannot wait. Battle of the West. All right, we got Broncos versus the West Tigers. Connor Tracy keeps his spot even though Tafty is back and available. Oh, he's on the bench. Okay. Well, I don't get what Surreal's doing. Okay, so Doggies coming off the bye. They should be nice and fresh. Oh, did I do my punt for the Broncos? I didn't. Sorry, guys. Punt for the Broncos. I'm going Jesse Arthurs and Dom Young to score in this one. I like Dom Young's matchup, and I like now Broncos are back to full strength with Jesse Arthurs back on the back on the wing. I like him there. I really do. I think he'll get one. With Ezra Mann back as well. Yeah, I think he'll get more ball than he normally will. He'll get the ball in better positions as well. So, yeah, sorry, guys, I forgot about that one. So, if I could, what I'd probably change it to is, so Dabble doesn't have this feature. I would probably change it to Jesse Arthurs and Dom Young to combine for 2 or more. I'll probably do that instead. But, yeah. If you do want to follow us on Dabble, guys, it is MonsterSnag. And if you do want to follow us on Sportsbet, it's MonsterSnag as well. Someone actually commented and said, hey, bro, like, can you post more on... I've just been punting more on Dabble just because I like it. Like, I can, you know, I can write the descriptions and all this sort of stuff. And I like the chat. You know, we're chatting mid-game on it and stuff like that. I really do like Dabble better. SB does have better markets though, but yeah, if you do want to follow us on there, if you do want to join as well, I'll leave a link on Dabble in the description too, guys. So if you do want to follow us on there, if you join using my link as well, you automatically follow me, and I think you get a spin for some free loot as well, guys. So yeah, follow us on Dabble and on Sportsbet, guys. It'd be awesome. All right, and they're back. I'm all over the place today, I'm telling you. All right, guys. So, yeah, Connor Tracy keeps his spot. Bronson Sherry in the centres, very left-heavy. Drew Hutchison keeps his spot. Just quietly, Lachlan Ilias is going to end up at the Broncos for sure. Braithen Astor's his manager. Braithen Astor has ties with the Broncos, obviously. Well, he's friends with a lot of guys at the Bulldogs, sorry. Lachlan Ellis is told he can look for new clubs, and yeah, he's going to the Bulldogs, just saying. Jeremy Salmon in the second row, Kurt Mann at lock, like that better. Josh Curran at prop. Yeah, okay, and now... Alright, so with Buller, Staines, Nade and Olam. Any changes there? Gavin, Caesar, Olaguatu, Apicor, South Clemmer, Papali. Yeah, man, look, if Tigers are going to win this, like, they're going to have to win it here. Right here. They got to do what everyone did last year, and Bulldogs have been really good at defending it, really good at hiding him, and they're just going to have to go through the middle, knock down the front door. Josh Curran is a tiny front rower. Max King, even though he is an actual front rower, he is pretty small. Reid Marnie's 60 kilos. I mean, they're going to have to go through the middle. Stefano's going to have a monster game. If he wants to get picked for Origin, he's got to play better. He's not playing that good. Like, people are like, oh, he's the next big thing. Is this, that? Nah, bro. He's well, show me. Like, I haven't seen anywhere. People are talking about his name for State of Origin. I know he did play State of Origin, but I haven't seen a State of Origin performance this year. Came up against Payne Haas last week. What? Like, I thought Clemmer was better. You know, it's just, don't get me wrong, he's solid. I'm not knocking him, but show me, bro. Like, you're coming up against, no offense, a pretty weak front row. Smash him. Like I said, I've been a little critical of Payne Haas not standing up in the big games, but when he's better than a front, he destroys them. Like, and you're like, Jesus Christ, he's on the next level, you know. So, you know, like again, he comes up against Moses or Fish. Of course, his numbers go down a bit. He's not quite as effective, all that sort of stuff. But Payne Haas never lets a smaller or not as good a front. Like, he destroys them. So I just want to at least see you destroy a weaker forward pack, which is now. I mean, seriously, you got Reid Marnie who come up to your hip, put your hip on his head. You know what I mean? Like, let's see some damage from Big Stefano. But yeah, guys, this is going to be a good one. I'll tell you what I don't mind for this one is West Tigers first try, maybe doggies to win. Teams coming off the bye start a little slow. It can take you a little minute to get your rhythm. And even though doggies, Tigers have been, they've lost 4 on the trot now. They're not playing horrendous footy. They're just not They're just not that good. But they've played the Broncos, the Panthers, and they've played the grand finalists from last year, the last 2 weeks. No offense, doggies fans, but a massive step down in competition. You know what I mean? They could get the jump on. They could get the jump on the doggies here, sort of thing. They could definitely get a try early, which I don't mind. If you want to chuck a few bucks down, but I might chuck a few down just for a laugh. But yeah, like I said, it's sort of like and this again, guys, this isn't me bagging the doggies. I've been since around round 3, I've been nothing but positive about the Bulldogs. But it's like when players will go to State of Origin and they're just, they go to this new, and then you come back to club and they just murder their club for the next 2 or 3 weeks. It's just a little bit slower. Everything's not quite as physical and hard as a State of Origin. It could be a similar thing. You've just played Penrith, Broncos, now you got the doggies. I reckon the Tigers could get a little jump on them, eh? All right, Bulldogs have won 3 of their past 4 games against the West Tigers. West Tigers have lost their past 9 games at Accor. Jesus Christ. Adokar scored 22 tries in his last 22 games at Accor Stadium. West Tigers have not defeated the Bulldogs at Accor since 2018. Bulldogs have scored 66 points in the last 2 games at Accor Stadium. Jesus Christ. God damn. That's nuts. All right, so Tigers on a 4-game skid. Bulldogs gone win-loss, win-loss. Win. 3 from 7, 2 from 7. So, completion rate 75%, still not great for the Bulldogs. West Tigers 78%, tackle efficiency 87 each. Bulldogs score on 20, conceding 17. And yeah, points are a trouble for the West Tigers, and that might be their downfall if Api Koroseo's not doing pretty much what only he can do. They don't score much, unfortunately. I'm going to go the doggies. But like I said, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if Tigers jump them early. Just a little bit more battle-tested over the past couple of weeks, I guess you could say. Well, you can't get more battle-tested than playing the 2 grand finalists from last year back-to-back. So, yeah, I think they'll be up for it. I really think the Tigers will be up for this one, eh? But I'm going to take the Bulldogs. I just think they have actually been playing a bit better footy. Titans Storm. AJ back at fullback. Paps. State of Origin. Dress rehearsal. Warbrick, Remy Smith. Tyron Wishart to the wing. A little bit strange. Obviously Coates is out. Front row. We have Big Nelson back to the bench. Toa, Josh King and Christian Wells starting. I actually don't mind that. I like Nas coming off the bench. Big nasty. Oh, and it looks like there's been some moves here. So AJ, we've got Sammy, Kelly, Smith Shields for feeder, Boyd Foran. Then we have Stimson, Randall, Jolla for feeder starting, Fermor and Liu. Sam Verrills, Aaron Clark, Cleese Haas, and Palu Halu on the bench. Okay. Titans have conceded 28 points or more in their past 6 games at Seabus Stadium. Wow. Storm have won 9 of their past 10 games against the Titans. AKP has scored 5 tries in his past 3 games. Cameron Munster will make his 200th NRL appearance. God damn, already? Des Hasler has won only 1 of his past 7 games against the Storm. Yeah, guys, Storm are looking. Storm are looking tasty, man. Storm are looking a lot better than I like them. I said in my post-game video on the weekend, Sunday or whatever. I feel like that this is their best year. Going to be their best, even though not going to be their best year. I think this is a better team and a more likely team to win the comp than it has been since they won the comp. I like this. I like a lot of what they're doing. Of course, they're not stacked everywhere. But they've got a nice team, and I think they're going to roll a lot of teams. Melbourne don't lose to bad teams very often. So, yeah, I think they get the dub here, guys. So, one from their last four from their last five, 1 from 7, 6 from 7. Completion rate, 80. The Gold Coast Titans come in second last and have a better completion rate than Storm. They're on top of the table just about. That is nuts. Effective tackle, 88%. They're killing them. Scoring 16, conceding 29. Yeah, this would be just about the best ratio in the comp from Melbourne. Scoring 24, conceding 16. Pretty up there anyway. Wins at this venue, 44%. And yeah, Storm just have their number. I'm taking the Storm. Up the Storm. All right. Cowboys, Dolphins. Cowboys on a skid, 3-game skid. Had a good run against the... Had a good comeback against the Panthers. Couldn't quite ice it. But, yeah, close doesn't matter. We're not gonna worry about whether it was close or not at the end of the year. It didn't get the 2 points. So, team looks the same. We have Drinky in. So we have... Yeah, I liked Neem starting. I thought Jason Tamalolo had his best game last week. Best game in like 2 years, to be honest. He looked great. Lukey back on the bench. And I love the bro Jake Granville. But yeah, like just it's a bit of a wasted bench spot. I don't think he offers a whole heap. And Robson seems to play 80 minutes on his head. Like he just seems to be so fit. So I do like this. Bit more size on the bench. Good utility back rower / lock if you wanted to play him in there as well. I thought McKinley looked brilliant last year. I can't believe it took him 7 or 8 rounds to give him a run. He was brilliant in the preseason. McIntyre as well. And Jason Tamalolo, like I said, he looks great off the bench, man. That might be just his best thing. Maybe just coming on against tired forwards rather than just starting the game. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I watched the Jason Tamalolo highlight reel 2 or 3 days ago. Jesus Christ. I forgot how good he was. I was watching it going, I don't think even Payne Haas was this good in his prime. It's just, he was so destructive, man. It's absolutely, it's because his drop-off's been so crazy. Sometimes you forget how good people are. So Dolphins, still no Hammer. Sarko, we're pretty similar here. Jesse Bromwich, Jeremy Marshall-King, Big Kafusi back. That's big. Max Plath, Kerr, Lemu. It's going to be a good game, this one. Cowboys have scored 77 points in their past 2 games against the Dolphins. Wow. Dolphins have won only one of their past 4 Queensland derbies. Semi Velame has scored 9 tries in his past 7 games at QBC Stadium. Jesus Christ. Jermaine Asako has landed only 5 of his past 13 attempts at goal. Man, I know. He ruined 2 of my multis by not getting 6 points. Kyle Felt has scored 4 tries in 3 games against the Dolphins. That's crazy. You're on my ban list, though, Felty. You bombed too many certain tries for me. I can't do it. A couple of hidings here in their past couple. Was that this year? I was 2. That was the first round of the season. Dolphins... That's right. They stunk it up against them, and we're all going, oh, maybe the Dolphins are going to suck this year. Neck minute. Killing it. All right, so both teams coming off a loss. But yeah, Cowboys, I mean, geez, if they lose this, 4-game skid. And then, who do they play after this? I think Cowboys have a pretty easy run coming up. They got Titans. We'll have one more round ahead. And then the Bunnies. Okay, cool, yeah. So a couple winnable games. So it's not all doom and gloom if they lose this one. But yeah, you just still don't want to. So 4 from 8, 4 from 7. Tackle completion rate great, 76. Yeah, their hands have let them down a little bit this year. Bloody Velame's hands look disgusting last. But I'll tell you what, Penrith put down more ball than I've ever seen them put down as well. So maybe it was just... It looks like everyone was shiny. Like, you know when players are just like they have beads of sweat. They were like that 8 minutes into that game up there. Tackle efficiency 88 to 89. Average points It's pretty crazy. The Cowboys are 4-4, and they've got a negative points differential. That's crazy. Points scored, points conceded. Really nice from the Dolphins. Play the ball speed's about the same. Wins at this venue 54, and 1 from 1 for the Finns. Man, I reckon the Finns can win this, eh? But I just have a feeling Cowboys are desperate, and they just need this more than anything. Like I said, they're not in trouble if they lose this game, but they're sorted. Let's have a look at the ladder quickly. Yeah, if they lose this game and they stay on 8 points, I mean, there's a few teams that could sort of shoot up, and then all these teams, like there's a lot of teams here that are, they're not start to lose touch of the 8. They had a nice start to the season, so they're still relatively but man, you can fall down real quick. I mean, Parramatta were looking good 3 weeks ago. They're in 14th and languishing, so got to be careful. But yeah, I think Cowboys are pretty good at home. I think they would have got a rocket this week. I wasn't that impressed with it. See, this is the thing with the Dolphins, with Hammer and all that out, and so many players out. They played Parramatta, and we all thought, they're going to get smoked. And then they cooked Parramatta. And we're like, oh man, the Dolphins are still good even without Hammer and out. Maybe they weren't so good, and Parramatta were just really bad. You know what I mean? Like maybe that was a little bit of false form. And like Cowboys, a lot of people had them top 4, and they do have in my opinion, if they play well, a top 4 roster. So maybe they do cook them, and maybe the Dolphins weren't quite as good as we thought they were without all their players. And and just obviously, like I spoke about a little bit before with the Tigers, they did just play, the best team of the modern era last week. Good hit out. But yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one, guys. Knights. Oh man, talk about must win. This is like Warriors are in the position the Cowboys could be in next week if they lose, if that makes sense. It's not must win, but it's goddamn close. Like it's getting if you lose, this is the game before must win. Like if they lose this one, it now becomes must win. I don't know what you'd call that. Prior must win game. But the game before the must-win game. But yeah, they have to win this game. It's like I said, it's not must-win, but it's as close as it possibly could be. I mean, like I said, there's a few teams. Look, they want to win a comp. You're not winning the comp if you're not in the top 4. If they lose this game, and there's a very good chance the top 4 teams all win this week, they'll be all on, 16 points, 14 points sort of thing plus. And you're going to be sitting here on 7 points. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think just making the 8 was for the Warriors this year. They want to have a real crack at a premiership. And like I said, if you're sitting on 7 points coming into round 10, and all the top 4 teams are sitting on 13 plus, it's going to be tough, man. So this is... Like I said, it's not must win in the grand scheme of things, like to make the 8 or to this or that, but it's going to be very hard to make the top 4. If you're coming into round 10, you're quite a few points behind, 8 points behind the top 4 sort of thing. So I thought this Armstrong kid looked nice. He looked real good, big, strong. Apparently he's a junior from the Knights. Greg Marju, Gagai, Bradman Best, Tuala, Gamble there, Hastings. Right, so everyone's here, lads. Yep. Brodie Jones comes in. Hetherington, bring him back, lad. I've got him in my reserves and my super coach. All right, so Nickel Custard, Dallin, Rocco, Rocket Roger, Mosola Montoya, Tamari Martin, Sean Johnson, AFB, Barnett. So Jackson Ford, Catewell back. Dylan Walker, Tom Aloye. Now, look, from the Warriors, man, I really want to see Kurt Catewell play better. He hasn't had a game this year. I'm like, yeah, good buy from the Warriors. Like, not once have I been like, man, great game from Kirk Catewell. He's been a 6 or worse, in my opinion. He's been not very good. He hasn't been bad. Pass mark every time, but, like, State of Origin player, premiership winner, went to a grand final last year, had that spot locked down in a very good team. I want to see him be a bit better. This is the thing for the Warriors for me. Like, to me, everyone is one little run down from where they were last year. And I mentioned it before as well. I feel like they should play a little bit more expansive. Like, I feel like they're getting ahead and they're not putting teams away. But I feel like if we just go through it, like, Chance has barely been away. But I wouldn't say he's quite been as good as last year. Actually, you know what? He might be the one exception. DWZ, it's been really good. But I'd still say it's just slightly below last year. Same as Berry. Roger wasn't there last year. Montoya, similar. Tamari Martin didn't really play last year. Sean Johnson, has he been good? Of course he has. Has he been as good as last year? Not quite. AFB, he's been pretty damn close to how he was last year. I'd say Wade Egan's probably been just as good. He's been back more. He's been playing more for starters. But he looks just as sharp as last year. Barnett, I think he's probably around where he was last year. Maybe about the same. If you had to go over or under, though, I'd probably say slightly under, but I'm not going to argue with anyone. Jackson Ford, to me, dropping the ball a lot more than last year, a little bit down. Tohu Harris, Warrior, been holding his head up high. Dylan Walker's barely been there, so I can't really grade him. But you get what I'm saying. I feel like there's quite a few players that are just they're not playing horrible, but just slightly down on how they were last year. So, to me, if Warriors do want to be top 4, do want to go for a premiership, just a few of those players have to just find last year's form, especially Sean Johnson. Because, yeah, he was pretty poor last week. I was pretty disappointed with him, to be fair. Knights have won 8 of their past 10 games at McDonald Jones Stadium. That's a worry for the Warriors. Warriors have won 3 of their past 4 games against the Knights. Greg Marju has scored 5 tries in 4 games against the Warriors. Warriors have not won in Newcastle since 2019. Goal kickers have landed 25 of 26 attempts in 2024. Knights goal kickers, sorry. Damn, that's pretty nuts. Goal kickers, so not just... Callum Ponga was smoking them. All right, so this year Warriors beat the Knights once, 20-12. That was with Ponga, I believe, obviously. And then 40-10 last year. That was in September. Was that the final? I think it was. Knights coming off a win, but bit of a skid before that. And Warriors on a proper skid. They haven't won a game in 3 weeks. Last win was against the Rabbitohs. And then the Knights. 3 from 8, 3 from 8. Both sitting right there. What else? Completion rate 79-81. Like I said, like the numbers are good. 89 and 88 points. They're having trouble scoring, especially without Ponga there now, and conceding 20. And yeah, just this is the thing. Like, I think the defense has been pretty good. Like, conceding 18, like, it's not brilliant, but it's like it's okay. But just like for a team with that much strike in it, like, to me, you should be averaging 4 tries a game. You know what I mean? And they're not quite doing that. So definitely need to be better there. Wins at this venue only 40%. Yeah, man, I would not be surprised if Knights win this. Hey, but I'm backing in the Warriors in this one. I just think this like I said, this is pretty much must win for them. I think they know. Webster will know. Like, finishing in the top 4 when you're going to be... So if they lose this, you know, it'll damage their for and against as well. Like, look how far their for and against is off these top 14. Oh, it's not that bad, actually. But yeah, it's going to be a big uphill battle. But yeah, I'm taking the Wars. Have faith in the Wars. Up the Wars. Saw a dude burning his Warriors jersey last week. I was like, oh damn, you nuts, you Warriors fans. Nuts. Moses Sully out. Oh, it just cracks me up every time I see Zach Lomax in the centres, eh? It is like... Bro left. The second he leaves, he's just become a centre. So no Trindle. I thought Atkins looked pretty damn good. Didn't overplay his hand. So who we got besides that? So Royce Hunt back, Toby Rudolph back. Well, no way. How's this front row rotation looking? So we've got Hazelton, Brayley, Oregon Kafusi, Nikora, Teague Wilton, Cam McInnes, Jack Williams, Talakai, Toby Rudolph, Hamlin Ueli. Oh, bro. Look at the players that aren't making the Sharks, bro. Yeah, I said this in my post video. I reckon this kid here should go to Penrith, eh? I mean, sorry. If I was Penrith, I'd be trying to get this kid. He's perfect for Penrith. Line speed, fast, unstoppable, hits hard. He's quick. Big and quick. That's what Penrith like. Big and quick. They're not too bothered about size. Like I said, like, Hamueli would not suit. Even though Hamueli's like better on paper, I would actually take this kid for Penrith better. I reckon they should really try and target him. He looks good. I reckon he could, a good off-season with Penrith, he could be one of the better front rowers in the game. Right, now a quick look at the Dragons. Sloan, Christian Tuilotu, is that how he says his name again? Tuilotu. Jack Bird, Zach Lomax, Ravalawa back, Flanagan, Hunt, Molo, Sele, Mariner, Sua, Eisenhoof, Brown, Laurie, DeBellin, Murdoch, myself. Man, I'm telling you, Dragons can win this, eh? I'm telling you, Dragons can win this. Sharks have won their past 7 games against the Dragons. Dragons have not won at PointsBet Stadium since 2018. Sharks have scored 92 points in their past 2 games against the Dragons. Maybe not, bros. Maybe the Dragons can't win this. Oh, man. Jack Bird will play his 150th. Ronaldo Mulatalo has scored 32 tries in his past 28 games at PointsBet Stadium. Bro, he's probably going to make that 34 in 29 games, I reckon. Jesus Christ. I'm just... Like, this is the thing, right? Where is it? This 460. I wonder what the line is. Give us a sec, guys. I've got to see this line. I reckon Dragons at the line is just about... I don't think... Like, I think... I'm tipping the Sharkies, right? But I genuinely think this line should be okay. The line. Oh, it's not that big. For $4.60, the line's 12.5. So 13 plus. I thought normally $4.60 you'd get a line around close to 15. They really could cover that. They really could. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, I like Sharkies to win. But yeah, I have it. Like there's an upset every round, and this could be it. This could be it. I think they'll get up for it. I like Zach Lomax better on the wing. Just because, I don't know, man. Like Zach Lomax doesn't kick to him enough when he's in centres. Like, he'll just keep kicking it out wide or kick in the middle. Like, Hunt's been pissing me off this year. Like, you literally have the best. You have a dude that would walk into the AFL on your team, and you kick into the other side. You're kicking out for the winger. You kick. Just kick to Lomax every time. Like, if you kick to him 10 times, he'll probably get 2 tries. Like, come on, bro. Just, like, he makes such good contest of it. And that was the thing, too, and that's what Zach Lomax... People were saying, oh, do you reckon Zach Lomax will still want to go with Parramatta even though there's something? I'm like, yeah, like, you watch every... I was watching it like a hawk. I've watched it for a hawk like the last 5 weeks. Every time Ben Hunt put, like, you see Zach Lomax winding up about to kick, and you see a kick doesn't go to Zach... He throws his hands up like, what are you doing? Like, he knows. Yeah, he knows. Oh, 52-16 last time these guys played. Whoops. Oh, what am I doing? Team stats. 40-8 the time before that. Jesus Christ. 4 games on the trot for the Sharkies. Dragons coming off a loss, but looking pretty good. I mean, 3 from 5. I mean, you do that all year, you're probably going to make the 8. You know, so not looking too bad. 4 from 8, same as a lot of good teams. 6 from 7 from the Sharkies. 79% to 78% completions. Tackle efficiency, both 88. 28 points, 14 conceded. That's great. That's exactly where you want it. Scoring roughly 4 tries a game, 4 and a bit tries a game, conceding 2. Perfect. Points scored, points conceded, 19-26 for the Dragons. Wins at this venue, 7 from 21. Not great. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sharkies, guys. But if you want something juicy, if you want something tasty, I might put 2 punts down for this one. I might put one down for the Sharkies if the Sharkies win, and one down if the Dragons win. And if the Sharkies one hits, it'll just sort of break us even. And if the Dragons one hits, we'll be way up. That's what I might do. Because if Sharks win, Hines is getting 8 points. Mulatalo's scoring a try and they win. And if Dragons win, Zach Lomax is scoring 8 to 10 points. And obviously Dragons are paying a lot as well. So your odds are going to be juicy as just off those 2 things. Yeah, so that might be one worth doing too. Like a bit of a hedgy sort of bet. It'd be pretty unlucky to miss both. Yeah, so that's it. So what did we pick? All right, so we've gone Penrith. We've gone Seagulls. We've gone Bronx. We've gone Dogs, Storms, Cows, Wars, Sharks. Parrot to possibly win the bye. Click Gutherson getting a surgery as well. God damn. All right, that's it, lads. Like I said, make sure you shoot a sub, guys. Make sure you follow in, turn on all your notifications and all that sort of good stuff. And if you can, head over to the site, guys. Check out, pick up a jersey if you can, and that would be absolutely amazing. And we'll get those out to you ASAP. As always, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.